It's New Country, Biggie 100.5. I'm Nick Nash with Annie Howell. Hi, Annie.
Hi.
And I am excited today.
Very excited. So excited I could barely sleep last night.
I'm excited, but you are more excited. We have got a special guest on the show today. We're talking with Jordan Patch. He's the owner of the Animal Adventure Park in New York that is the center of all the attention here surrounding April the Giraffe. And he's on the phone with us now. Hi, Jordan.
Hi, how are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us on.
April the Giraffe. She is a worldwide sensation right now.
Celebrity.
Yeah, she is. I guess she is a celebrity status point.
We've been talking about this for the last month and a half or so. Annie, my co-host here, she watches April the Giraffe like some people watch the Weather Channel. She is just a fanatic, a super fan. So I'm going to toss this to her right now, and she's got a couple of questions for you, okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Annie.
Jordan, I'm a little bit starstruck because like Nick said, I have April up on my computer all the time. I've been following her. I love her so much. So, I mean, that you know her personally is just awesome. How long have you known April? How long has she been at your zoo?
April arrived at our park in September of 2015. However, I met her back in the beginning of summer of 2015 before we made plans to have her join our program.
And what is her or was her actual due date? Because we've been waiting for her to give birth. What was the actual date that it was supposed to happen?
Well, with animals like these, we don't give them an actual due date. It's very hard to arrive to that. Instead, what you do is you have a birthing window, which is based on the observed breeding behaviors. Now, we observed Oliver and April connecting in October of 2015, only a month after her arrival. So right then is when we start our count for 15 months. Now, just like any other animal in the world, they don't conceive just because they connect. So, they could have conceived a connection or two later, a cycle or two later. So more or less, we get a window of when to be prepared, and then from any time there forward, we're ready.
Now, there has been rumors circulating that Oliver is actually her son. Can you weigh in on this?
No, that's not true at all.
We're all so relieved.
Good.
Oh, my gosh. No.
Okay, good.
That's actually great to know. I feel a lot better about that.
I know, me too. And yeah, I love Oliver. He's just as famous.
Oh, geez.
Does she have any cravings?
Does she have any cravings? She loves her romaine lettuce. She loves her carrots. And then, of course, the grain pellet she receives is one of her favorite foods out there. So, she enjoys her treats, but more than anything, she enjoys her keeper in her egg.
Now, how tall is April? She's a tall girl, right?
Yeah, April's about 13 to 14 feet tall, so she's a big girl.
Now, the baby, he or she, do we know the sex of the baby?
No, we do not. That'll be a big surprise for everybody.
Along with the sex of the baby, we don't have a name for the baby, right?
No, we're going to let the world weigh in and vote and get them involved in that process.
We're thinking Biggie, the baby giraffe, since that's our station here. We're thinking Biggie is a good name.
Well, that's a good thought.
We'll vote on it, right?
Yeah, we'll vote. We'll
definitely
vote on it.
2 votes for Biggie.
Yeah, 2 votes for Biggie. Very good. Now let's start.
When did this whole thing start? I mean, you've got a pregnant giraffe. Whose idea was it to put a webcam in there and introduce this to the world?
Well, I guess it kind of came from me when I was starting to receive emails every day about April, whether or not she had a calf yet. We have a lot of visitors that knew she was expecting around, this time period, and we're checking in, and I thought, I can't keep doing these emails every day. They're redundant. Let's give the world a way to check in on their own.
So you're taking credit for the idea?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Did you have any idea that it was going to blow up the way that it has?
No, absolutely not. We expected our local community to get behind it. I said to one of the keepers, actually a few of them, I said, wouldn't it be neat if 10,000 people watched her give birth? So that puts it in perspective a little bit.
Do you guys have numbers? How many people were watching? Do you have any idea?
Oh, gosh, it's a lot. Like right now, I believe there's only about 45,000 people watching at the moment.
Wow.
However, last night and the night prior, we peaked at somewhere up at 145,000 at a time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and we're over 2 billion minutes of viewing of the stream itself.
Well, I'm about 1.5 billion minutes, so.
Jordan, we're serious when we tell you that April is up on our computers and our tablets in this office, in this radio station, almost 24 hours a day.
Oh, that's great. We appreciate it. Keep watching. We're in for a show eventually. Trust me, eventually.
Now, do you have a guess? What day do you think she's going to have her calf?
I will be honest. I am shocked we did not have a calf a couple days ago.
Really?
So, yeah. What I can tell you is that right now she is truly at the end of pregnancy. Every time we say that, it seems like all of a sudden she does something more that makes us think, oh, okay, here we go. And then she sits tight. She goes into this holding pattern. Well, right now we're under a blizzard, so she can wait about 3 more days and we'll be happy.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're there. We're getting close.
Now, can you give me any inside information? What exactly can we look for where I can say, oh, my gosh, it's going to happen any minute now? I know the hooves will appear.
Right. Now, you being somebody that's been watching for quite some time and probably since just about the beginning, you'll be able to observe the behavioral changes in her. It'll be very evident to someone like you. For example, she'll hunch her back, she'll spread her legs, and you'll see what looks like pushing or contractions. Her tail, instead of raising straight up and out like it does when she, goes to the bathroom, instead it'll kind of go straight up and to the side. So she carries the tail differently, and of course, some of her behavior will be off. She'll probably decrease consumption. She might show a little, activity in the sense that she's uncomfortable. So, you'll see it. You'll know.
Well, I'm even more excited now. And I didn't think that was possible, but I am.
All right, Jordan, one more question. We'll throw this out because this has been the funny question that everybody's been asking. What are the odds that you don't have a pregnant giraffe and you just have a fat giraffe?
No, the odds are not high on that. You can visibly see the stomach growth over the past few weeks. That's evident in the photos if you go back and compare them. And also our vet, our staff, we feel that baby kicking. You can actually see the baby in there moving. So unless she has an alien life form in there, I think we have to start to grab.
All right, Jordan Patch, you're the owner of the Animal Adventure Park in Harpersville, New York. Thank you so much for taking time to chat with us today.
Thank you.
I tell you what, me and Annie would love to make a trip up to Harpersville and see the Animal Adventure Park and see this baby this summer once it's born.
Road trip.
Be our guest. Let me know when you're coming.
We would love to do
Sounds
it.
good.
All right, thank you so much, Jordan, and good luck.
Thank you. Take care.